What is it? It's a Ford F-150.
Alright, boys. We come across this H22A. I got it for 50 bucks. So, steal of a deal. I do know it needs rod bearings. So, we're going to pull the pan off and stuff. That's why I picked up this engine stand today. So, we realized it's all ported too. Show them that way. So, it's got nice valves in it. Somebody did a nice little port job on it. We looked down. It's got ARP head studs. So, those are nice. Aftermarket dual valve springs and retainers. So, and it doesn't have the spring type, so we'll probably change those out to the spring type LMAs. Those are hydraulic. But besides that, get rid of the balancing shaft, probably. We'll do a balancing shaft delete kit. I think I have another one here. But yeah, we're gonna get this head off, guys. Yeah. Funny it's got these because I didn't even notice. Yeah, I looked at it the other day, didn't notice it had the ARPs.
Oh really?
Yeah, it looked out.
I was like, yeah, you just pretty much bought the head studs for 50 bucks.
And he's just killing it.
Oh yeah, that thing works, man. He drives it too, right?
You got to though.
Oh,
Tire blows right here. Oh wait, not yet. Soon.
My driving.
Smoke show.
That's all motor too there.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. He wants to turbo it. Got some stuff for it.
And the tire now. Yep.
Well,
Listen to him.
I did a master burn up this time.
Fucking right.
Fucking right.
I almost ran into her.
Yeah, it ran over her coffee.
Not grabbing. Not grabbing. So
Yeah, my issue.
you try and throw me into this a little bit.
We're gonna weld it this weekend, man. That's what I
Yeah, should we weld it this weekend? We'll have that issue.
Not even worried about it.
Smoke can get up there a little bit, but
Almost got it. Just a crash that housing.
Oh, is that it? That's all that's left?
a little bit of dip bang.
Oh, yes, the pipe.
Got carried away.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room there, and that's all I'm worried about. Or actually, what I'm happy about. My bad.
Alright. Wow.
But now I need
Oh,
to
that
rest.
is a tight press.
So, we'll see when Kyle gets here.
Ah, easy.
See what we got.
They're P13, Snap P13. So maybe they are just a 10-6 to 1. I'll have to look them up. Cause I got my matching ones over there, but closed deck, right? So the same as mine, but stock sleeve. So FRM you can only go 87.25. But spare set of ARP studs, boys. So it's probably stock bottom in. Just did a little mild port job with the head package.
I was supposed to tighten those down there.
Yeah, they were just supposed to go for, they're probably just going for the all motor setup, right? But cool. 50 bucks, bro.
50 bucks.
See
not
here
bad.
too, A, B, B, B. So that's your cylinder size. So it's better to have them all the same. Like this motor is all A. But it's basically, that just means these three were a smidge.
Oh,
over,
okay, alright.
basically. It's just to tell when you're building the motor. The deck looks pretty good. Gasket looks pretty good too, man. Yeah, valves look good. Just stockers, but they were new ones.
Still a good shape head.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Head's like new.
Yeah.
And that's the top of the motor?
Yeah, this head, yeah.
OEM gasket by the looks of
Yeah.
it.
Gasket was good though, she was sealed. So yeah, we got a good head and we got a good blow. Turn that back upside upside down the other way.
The head looked clean.
Yeah. See in here now. Yeah, that's good. Cool. Well, right on. Right. Alright boys, so we're getting this thing apart something quick. So I just pulled out the main studs for the crank. So we're gonna pull off this girdle here. And yeah, we realized that they already had the pan off and checked some stuff before, but they didn't actually tear anything else apart. So you guys can see the block's actually really, really clean. So I'll just kind of go across here and show you. So I would say when they ported the head, they did the blocks and stuff too. So what we'll do, we'll get the crank out, check all the bearings obviously on the rods and the mains, and then I'll send the crank out, get it checked. Worst case, I know where there is another H22 crank. But yeah, I'm gonna pull this off and go from there. Okay. Yeah, the bearing stayed.
I know where the disaster one is. I can see it, I think.
So, that one got hot.
This one's smushed bad. I can see it warping on the edges.
So, first is that one here. That one's
Oh
toast.
god, that one's bad and it doesn't even look bad on the outside.
Turbo! Okay, that one's stuck also. Yeah, see, she got hot. So I would say the oil pump let go. So we'll probably most likely need a crank.
This one looks...
So we'll pull this this back cover off and then the oil pump. And we'll come back to you guys so I can get this crank out. Maybe we'll pull these off too real quick.
Yeah, now that you can get to them at a very decent spot, you might as well get them off.
That makes sense why it didn't work earlier.
Dead battery? No, there's no jam.
Bosch gang. Oh, that doesn't feel right.
That's tight. Pretty tight.
My 14's kind of big.
Alright, just had a big socket.
Yeah, it just didn't feel right.
He spun those two bearings.
Yeah, it got hot for sure.
Holy.
Well, what had happened, I pulled the VTEC solenoid off, cleaned it, and it had a bunch of...
full of shit.
Yeah, it was full of stuff, so when I cleaned it, the car wasn't knocking. But once I cleaned it, it started knocking. As soon as I started it, new oil change and nothing blocking the VTEC solenoid. So it lost pressure, right? So,
Wonder how bad they are.
oh, we're stuck on. You gonna find out?
Might have to...
Oh no, I got it.
Oh.
Wasn't too bad then, huh? Stayed on. No, it didn't.
Oh, they're good.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's not too bad now.
I figured.
Mm.
They're usually good.
So,
They usually never hurt.
I want to set this stuff out here.
But that's bad.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to put a crank in this thing. So,
I don't think a micro polish is gonna fix that one.
no. Well, that's alright. The block is good. The head is good.
Never know though.
Rods are good. I can still send it out and get it checked.
Yeah, I must get it. It's worth the check.
No, nothing. Come on, baby.
Oh, another good one.
It's not too bad.
Just normal wear and tear looks.
Yeah. So, yeah. I want to mark these. Maybe good. I got a brand new paint marker here. Alright guys, Jordan was just here, checked out the boosted D, super stoked. So he's gonna come pick this thing up after. And hey, I got you $100, eh?
Huh?
I got you $100, eh?
$100.
Did you count it? I think that's what he gave you.
No, I didn't count it. It felt thick.
You felt thick?
Felt thick.
No way. So yeah guys, just pulled out the balancing shaft. Gonna pull this crank out next. So Mike's just getting these last 10 mils off this back cover. And I'll pull those other two rods out. We marked them. This thing's almost bare now. So I checked the oil pump. It's actually not crazy bad shape, but we're like nothing's broke. But I'm gonna take it apart and see. I have two spare ones anyways. But anyways, we're gonna pull this apart. I'll still get the crank checked over, and everybody does that shot there. But basically, I'm trying to turn this girl over. You can tell how tight it is, though, am I?
Yeah, she's not.
She's not easy.
She's not easy.
So, yeah. We will bring this thing back to life, though. So get these pistons and rods out, mark them up, and then I'll pull this crank out. I'll have a bare block to work with. Cleaned and refreshed. Two-hander, that one. You don't have to pry on it with a flathead, try not to. This one seems like it's good stuck though. See if we can't push the piston now.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, just tap the piston. So you can see it was
one's
starting.
okay.
Yeah, it was just, I think they were all just starting because the starvation of how it turned. So that'll be the end.
She's not showing brass. She's
No.
pretty good.
No, but that's what I found for shavings inside the VTEC solenoid. It was all brass. That's good. So it was definitely just main bearings.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's all main.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take this guy out. We'll mark him, number 4. That goes back together, time to time. That. Bolts. The other one I'll just knock out, mark it after. Not a big deal since we got everything else marked.
Yeah.
And I just want to see what this crank looks like.
Okay, let's see what's going on here.
Yeah. It's not bad, but it almost feels like sandpaper, really. Those two are stuck, so these end ones aren't that bad, though.
That one's showing some
you can feel like sandpaper effect.
premature wear.
So, that there, we're gonna lift this guy out. Those ones are stuck, so.
It'll be a little sticky. There it is. What did we lose? Which one was that? Oh, that was just a...
Yeah, those are toast. Look at that, she's toast, boys.
Oh,
that's what
it literally...
That's what a toast crank looks like, boys.
It literally made an imprint on the crank.
Yeah, that's what a toast. That's really bad. It like beveled the center up. You can see here. Push the steel that was here, boys, is now in the center. That's how much heat was there. So let's see this.
It made the imprint of the oil gallery
this
in the crank.
This one's stuck. Yeah, or the whole edge. Ooh, there's where my color come from. So that was in the VTEC solenoid. So that's 2. Or 1.
Yeah, we lost one.
Yeah, we lost.
That's one that I heard fall.
Oh, right here, look at that. And those are on their way out too. Yeah, look, there's your color there again on the corner of that one. Yeah, we dropped it down there. Anyways, so
Somewhere.
that crank's hurting. That spot, that's really
That
bad.
must have been making a racket when that went.
Yeah, well, as soon as I started, it wasn't making any noise. As soon as I cleaned the VTEC solenoid, cleaned up the oil flow, and as soon as I started, she was knocking there.
Oh, we had this motor running once.
I had it running, yeah. Yeah, it was in a car. It showed up here. I did some maintenance, wiring, oil change, and I said, well, I might as well clean the VTEC solenoid, right? Since I'm doing maintenance.
I remember that car.
The green one. I cleaned the solenoid and it had a bunch of shavings in the solenoid, so I messaged Buddy. I pulled my cleaned it, did an oil change, fired her up. She started going tick, 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 tick.
I think I remember. I think I was here.
So we took the cams out of it. It had Type S cams. They took the cams out, and the cylinder walls look good though.
Yeah, I think I remember that, to be honest.
She's pretty clean though, honestly. Oh, it's thrush washer that fell on this side. Yeah, look at that. We started wearing the edges hard.
I guess the thrush washer didn't look very good too.
Yeah, we're missing one.
Yeah, it's right there on the ground.
I was gonna say. There's your problem. Mm-hmm. Cool, boys. So we got ourselves a bare block now. And yeah. Dump this oil out here.
So there we go.
Alright guys, so make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you guys on the next one. That's how you take apart H22, H23, F series, literally B series, D series, they're all the same. So, but alright guys, we'll see you on the next one. Hey, freaking Crazy Wilson.
Crazy Wilson.
Alright, bro. I'll see you later, man.
See you later, man.
Alright, guys. So this is the motor that we took apart yesterday. So I forgot to show you guys how clean I got it. So I degreased it, pressure washed it, and this is going to be my spare. So this is a Jdm H22A. My buddy Mikey gave me it. Basically gave me it. Sold to me the whole motor for 50 bucks. So I did some work for him a little ways back and cleaned the VTEC solenoid, and it actually had some shavings, bearing material in it. So I cleaned it out, and right away, as soon as I cleaned it, we lost the oil pressure. So what was in the VTEC solenoid was actually backing up everything and building a little bit more oil pressure. So when I cleaned it out, all of a sudden it had a small rod knock. So he put another motor in it, just took the cams out of it. So basically I took this thing all apart, I'll show you guys. It looks really good right now. It's really clean. So it was never shaved for H to B or nothing. Like all this is still factory. So this is a 94 P13. So you can see everything's real clean, looks really good. I'll turn this guy back up. So now I gotta decide what I want to do with this thing, guys. So maybe you guys let me know down in the comments what you think I should do with it. So it's a stock sleeve, FRM sleeve. So if you guys look here, you can only go 0.25, so 1/4 of an inch past, and that is your FRM sleeve. So Mal makes a set of pistons that is drop in for these, and then you can have nice rods, and then you're still relying on the FRM sleeves. But the only other thing we could do, which is expensive, is what's done to the all-wheel drive car, and it has dirt and dry sleeves in it. So it's a dry block, and we re-sleeved it, so it's 88 mil now instead of the 87, and I can go up to 90 mil. So you guys let me know what you want to see in the comments. That's the head there. So it did have some port work done to it and some dual valve springs and stuff, so that's nice. I have my ARPs, the spare ones, I already put away in the bag. So they're right here. I already got them marked. So ARP H22A. So yeah, I'm gonna get on this, check the compression, and we're gonna try to get this thing running for Buddy.